Hey everybody, my name's Lucas and I'm from Wales, currently living in Shanghai, China, and I reverted to Islam about 6-7 months ago now.
When did you start to think about Islam?
Probably about 3 years ago, just by chance. Somebody asked me what's my background, did I ever think about religion, so I told them, oh, you know, my grandparents are Christian, but it confused me. And then he said, oh, maybe you should look at Islam because that might have the answer. So he told me about some miracles, scientific miracles. At first I didn't believe him, but then I went to have a look at these claims of this claim of miracles, the Quran being a miracle, and the more I read, the more I saw that this claim is actually true, that there are miracles contained in the Quran. And then from there I read more and more into the hadiths, miracles of the hadith, and just how Islam solves the problems of society, and that's how I came to Islam.
So how long does it take you to research about like these miracles in Quran and hadith? And
Wow.
Did you just believe when you read it, or?
Not immediately. Although every time I read about one miracle, I was more likely to believe. And then again, the more I read, so it took about, honestly, 2 years until I thought, okay, I think it's more likely now that this is true. I do believe. But then it took me a further 1.5 to 2 years to say the Shahada, because...
But during these
yeah.
2.5 years,
Yeah.
You felt that you are kind of a Muslim, or?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I felt close to Muslims. I even went to travel to Dubai almost 2 years ago now. Dubai, and then I went to Turkey, and I went to the mosques, even though I didn't know how to pray or anything. I had no idea, but I felt like I wanted a connection, so I wanted to go. I wanted to see, and then maybe 6-7 months ago, a Muslim brother came to work where I worked. Around the time I was thinking of taking my Shahada, so I saw this as a sign. So I took my Shahada. Alhamdulillah.
So it was before Ramadan or after Ramadan?
Before Ramadan, yeah. But not long before Ramadan actually, but probably maybe February. So yeah, February.
So last Ramadan, it was your first Ramadan to
Yes, yes, correct. Yeah.
Nice. Who taught you how to pray, or how to fast, or?
Well, I asked the brother I work with at work. I asked him, how should I fast? What are the rules and so on. He gave me a little book. Very kind of him. His family actually sent a box over with lots of Islamic books.
Nice.
About prayer, copies of the Quran, everything in it. So I read them, but actually mainly I just looked at videos online, just how to pray, and I watched somebody pray, and then I tried to copy him. I looked at some rules, you have to pray a certain amount of ayat after the Fatiha, but then the third and fourth you don't, and I learned slowly, so I was making many mistakes first, but after about a month or two I think I got it finally. I also have like a picture in my room with like the rakats, sunat and nafil and all this, so I can see how many I have to do, whatever.
How did your family react when they knew you are you reverted, or you converted to Islam?
Well, my mum, she was my dad, he didn't really care. He's quite a chilled guy, but my mum, she's always been quite Islamophobic, to be honest, so she was quite angry when I told her. At first she said things like, oh, you're not my son and all this, but then now after a few months she's calmed down. She just said, fine, do what you want, just don't talk about it with me. So alhamdulillah, she seems fine now for the most part anyway.
Do you plan to talk to her?
I think when she's a bit calmer now, I think I'll give it maybe a few more months, and then I'll just slowly tell her, oh, because I'm a Muslim now, I do this, or I can't do this, see how she reacts. Again, if she gets angry, I'll wait until she calms down again, because she's, my mum's from Thailand, so she's had, they have certain ideas about Muslims in certain parts of Thailand, especially where my mum's from, in the northeast of Thailand, so they take a lot, man, I get it, yeah.
What was your feeling when you said the Shahada for the first time?
I felt very like a relief, a big relief, and it wasn't as daunting as I thought it would be, because before the Shahada I was like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, but actually I was reading online that you don't have, it doesn't mean you have to be a perfect Muslim, you know, just
Right.
because you say the Shahada. In fact, it took me maybe 3-4 months until I was able to wake up to pray Fajr properly. Fajr, like I really struggled.
Yes.
Or I'd set my alarm. Honestly, once I had an alarm for 4 a.m., 4:05, 4:10, 4:15, and I still couldn't get up. I'd still fall back asleep. But now, thankfully, I've got a routine. I sleep early, get up early. So, yeah. But I still have like certain desires, and sometimes I have to tell myself to lower my gaze and things like this. So it's a work in progress over a long time, inshallah. So yeah.
Was it difficult for you to revert to Islam or to convert to Islam when you don't have your family or your friends around you?
Yeah, it was very difficult. At one point, I felt very lonely. I had the brother at work, so I just would talk to him, but there's no one else I could talk with. In
So
fact,
did it make you?
yeah.
Did it make it like easier or harder to take the decision?
It made it a bit harder actually. That's why. So like from the point I actually believed to the point I said my Shahada, I was always arguing with myself. One day I said, oh, you know, today I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to the mosque and I'm going to, you know, and then the next time I'd be like, no, this is crazy. I'm crazy. What's wrong with me? So I'd have these thoughts back and forth all the time. But yeah, in the end, the evidence for it was overwhelming. So I said to myself, I'm crazy if I don't believe it. So then I said my Shahada.
Okay, one more question.
Yeah.
What was the most evidence or the most proof that made you think, okay, this is the right religion or this is the right way to God?
Without a doubt, the Quran. Just not any one particular scientific fact or miracle, but everything put together. Like, so I was really into mathematics, physics when I was younger, and I really loved probability. And I know that this miracle, plus also like you know how the Quran's put together, how it mentions water and land perfect amount of times, or how also they have rings within rings, ring composition, all of this, all the miracles, facts, all of this put together in one book, and how many people have memorized it is just, I think, absolutely impossible. It's, you know, infinitely impossible if you like do the math. So it's, yeah, without a doubt, go from good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Locas.
Yeah.
And I hope you the best in your life.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
that's
Thank you.
all.
Thank you.
Assalamu
وعليكم السلام.
السلام عليكم. بما انك وصلت معانا لنهاية الفيديو استنى كده شوف انت مشترك في القناة او لأ. لو مش مشترك اشترك معانا من الدايرة اللي موجودة على شمال الفيديو. كمان ممكن تتفرج على فيديوهات تانية لينا قديمة وتستنى فيديوهاتنا الجديدة كل يوم جمعة. بس كده، سلام عليكم.